Welcome to part 7 of the mini train series. Part 7 is the linkage arm. The linkage arm goes between the front wheel and the rear wheel on each side and connects them. The linkage arm is a pretty simple part to draw. There are a few things that we'll do that'll be kind of new, but for the most part, we'll just be using the extrude tool. And so we'll go and get started. If we look at it, we have a kind of a rectangular portion here in the center that is, and then the center of our rounded area and our holes is 3.5 inches. So we'll keep that in mind. The width of this rectangular portion is 1/4 inch, and then the rounded portions at the end are a radius of 3/16 and a hole 0.0128, and so it's a little over 1/8 inch. And so we'll go ahead and get started. I have a standard IPT open, start 2D sketch, and I'm going to use if I click on my rectangle, normally we've been using the 2-point rectangular tool. I'm going to use the 2-point center. And what that's going to do is it's going to make it a little easier to line up our ends, our circles for our ends and our holes. And so I'll show you that. We'll start at the center. So 2-point center, you're still making two clicks, but you're doing the center point and then one corner. And so I'm going to put our first dimension as our width, 3.5, and then our second one is going to be our height. And so then I'll come back. Our circle, basically this is just the circle on the end, and it's a diameter of 3/8. So the radius is 0.1875, which is 3/16. And so we'll just do our circle, and this is what I meant by it'll help us line it up a little easier. I'm just going to do our circle, click the circle tool, and click here on the end, and then type in our diameter. Do the same thing on the other side. And then if I come back and look, the hole, like I said, is 0.128, and this TYP stands for typical, but what that means is that the dimensions for this end will be the same as the dimensions on that end, and same for here. So what we're doing on this end would be the same on that end. And so we will do our hole 0.1. The same thing for the other side. And then I'm going to hit escape and turn off our circle tool. And then I'm going to just highlight some lines that I want to remove. And then we will trim. And so I'm just going to kind of trim our line. And so what happened there, and I told you in a previous video, sometimes when we're doing trim, it doesn't always like it when we have dimensions in place. I'll just go back and so what that wanted to do is it wanted to change kind of our profile or our shape. So I'm just going to remove the dimensions. Typically, I don't like to remove them in most cases, but we'll remove them here, and then I'll trim. Kind of clean it up, and then I will finish sketch. I'm going to go back and check the width here is 0.125, so we will extrude 0.125, hit OK, and then I'm going to change this like we've been doing, ABS plastic, file, save as, and then this is part 7. And then we will save it. and we are finished with that part. Like I said, it's pretty easy. For the most part, just extrude, and stay tuned for the rest of our videos, and thank you for watching.